Welcome back to part 2 of our 3-year anniversary Q&A. What are we drinking today?
Today we're drinking Cherry Fandango by Toppling Goliath. This is a cherry kettle sour ale.
All right, you know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss one of our bi-weekly uploads. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's answer some questions for our 3-year anniversary Q&A part 2.
Hey everybody, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you're watching Gaming Off the Grid. Remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right, here we go. Part 2 of the 3-year anniversary Q&A.
I did not know we were going to get this many questions, but
it's out of control.
We have a lot.
But we're going to jump right in. John Wah says, what game console do you most regret selling or giving away?
I have most of my original stuff, but I think for me it'd be the Xbox 360. Because I had a 360 and a bunch of games and I sold it all as a lot. And now I wish I still had that, you know?
Yeah. For me, which I've recouped some of my stuff, but I got rid of my Dreamcast. Ooh. Now, I gave the Dreamcast to my brother, but a lot of the games I traded in towards the PS2 at the time. And the games are what I wish I still had, because it's a really expensive console to collect for. I've got a lot of them back, but I don't have all of them back. So that one...
Yeah, that one sucks.
Kind of sticks out there. Megadan29 says, how big are your rods?
We kind of teased this question in the last Q&A.
Yeah. I mean, and then Brian Vega says, with proof. Scrambles Death Dealer says, got girth. And then keep your minds preoccupied. Maybe the best comment I've ever seen. Guaranteed they both have thickies. I mean...
it just makes me think of Richard Mahogany.
I'd buy that for $1.
Favorite wrestler of all time and why?
Ooh, if you can't tell, because he's all over here, Jake the Snake. I just love like his ringside psychology and the way he's just so calm and just like... You can like see through his eyes like, dude, there's something, he's trying to mess with you.
He's a snake.
Yeah, he's a snake. I love him.
I've said this a lot on the channel, but Bret the Hitman Hart. I was a huge fan of him as a kid growing up. Excellence of execution. I really think he's the best technical wrestler of all time. One of the best sellers of all time. The way he would take that front turnbuckle and just like, he's one of the best.
He's so much fun to watch
Yeah.
too, because it's like, damn, he sells it. Even in a bad match, he's like still giving.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Packers fan 107. Hey, I'm a Packers fan.
Go Bears.
Asks, what got you into the world of gaming and also YouTube?
Ooh, world of gaming. I think I just discovered my mom's NES when I was a young kid and just started playing video games, and then I've been playing them ever since. And I've always been fascinated by YouTube because I just love making videos. You know.
Yeah, for gaming for me it was NES as well. My parents had one. I think I was 3 or 4 when I can first recollect playing it. Was blown away. I was obsessed with it all the way, still to this day. But we didn't get another gaming console in my house until '98. So that was all I had for the longest time. So I've got a definite love and appreciation for the NES. And then what got us into YouTube. I don't know. We started playing co-op games together. We kind of answered that a little bit in the last episode, but just kind of a thing that happened. I thought, I was like, I think we can be okay at this.
We were like, this might be fun.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Brian Vegas, choose one or all. Number 1. What's the biggest girl you've ever slept with in pounds?
Okay.
Bitcoin or Ethereum? I don't even know I don't know what the second one is. I know what a Bitcoin is.
I think it's the same kind of digital currency.
Have y'all ever played Super Blood Hockey?
I want to lead toward question 3 with that one.
I never have played that.
It sounds sweet though.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like mutant hockey.
Yeah. And Bitcoin, I mean, I
I
wish I would have invested in it early, but...
I think the new thing is Dogcoin right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that real?
I think it's real, dude.
Okay. What's your favorite PS2 game from the year 2006? Video game lover. Yeah, I don't really off the top. No.
We're going to Google that right now.
Yeah.
4 to 6 days later.
Right after referring to good old Google, Metal Gear Solid 3 for me. I couldn't remember if it was 2006, but that's my all-time favorite video game. So.
There was a lot of good games that came out in 2006, according to Google. But I think my favorite from 2006, it's one of my favorite franchises, and it's the very first Cars game. No, I'm just kidding. That's Guitar Hero 2. Guitar Hero 2, it just was... I played 1 through 3 so much, and when that came out, I loved it.
Bully's on that list too, and Bully was a badass game.
I think the first Marvel Ultimate Alliance game came out, which is really sweet, in 2006, which, a lot of sweet games.
A lot of good stuff going on there. Forever Now 4 says, besides video games and wrestling, what else are you guys passionate about? Music?
Yeah, huge music fans.
Yeah.
I love collecting vinyl, and then I'm really into rock climbing. I love rock climbing.
VHS tapes. Love me some VHS tapes. I like a good cigar. I like a good whiskey.
Yeah, just the simple things.
Finer things.
The finer things.
Yeah.
The finer things club.
I mean, how fun would it be to go rock climbing and have a whiskey and a cigar?
You could be climbing with just your feet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could do the cup, so one hand.
Oh, with the cigar and the...
Yeah.
It makes me think of Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah. What are the games that you love to hate? Luis Bella Pianta.
This game frustrates me so much, and I think it got to a point where I just love to hate it, even though it's not that bad. And that's Mario 64.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's not that... It is bad, but it's not as bad as I've gotten to a point where it's just like a habit now.
Yeah, and it's just fun.
Of shitting on it because it makes people upset.
Yeah.
So Mario 64 sucks, okay?
Yeah.
That's what you want me to say?
Yeah, I can't think of one. I mean, I've shit on Mario 64 as well. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that, but I'll just roll with you there. What is the best James Bond game? What game had the best gadgets and storyline?
Okay, this one's really tough because I haven't played them all. I've only played like the PS2 ones and the N64 ones the most. But I think for me, my favorite is Nightfire on the PS2. From Russia with Love's up there, but then also like GoldenEye on the 64 is really sweet. Just the PS2 era stuff is my favorite because I've played the most time with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know about best gadgets and storyline, but I mean, GoldenEye is the one I've spent the most time with. I did like the one right after that. Was it The World Is Not Enough?
The World's Not Enough, yeah. I think, isn't that a blue cart?
Yeah, on the N64. That game doesn't get enough love because it was really good.
Pierce Brosnan, baby.
Yeah, Pierce. I'll pierce your brows and if you don't watch it, buddy. But I've played a ton of GoldenEye, so I got to go there. TW Music asks, what or who inspired you guys to start the channel?
Well, I think it was just you were creating the game room.
Yeah.
I had previous experience making videos, and then, like, who probably... First channel I remember watching this game related to Metal Jesus.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Metal Jesus. I was watching a lot
Cinemassacre, obviously.
Yeah, I was watching a lot of RGT85 at the time.
Early day RGT85.
Yeah, I loved his early stuff. He's just like, he still makes good videos. It's just a lot of Switch related stuff, so I'm not as into it. But his early stuff, I was like, that's the type of dude I can hang out with.
Yeah, he seems cool.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. And then, I've since they started, I've been into Pixel Game Squad. I didn't really get in. I didn't know of the like Retro Liberty stuff.
No, I was kind of before our time.
But I would say we've taken inspiration from all of that.
And even we've taken inspiration even from smaller channels. Like, I'll watch videos and be like, oh, that was a cool idea. Or like editing techniques. And so I think it's just at this point, a hodgepodge.
Yeah.
You know?
Cab123, what game brings you the fondest memories?
I think for me, I might have to go with MVP Baseball 05.
All right.
Because during the time of playing that game, I was also playing baseball, Little League Baseball, and I was the Orioles in real life, so I'd play as the Orioles. But in real life, I was on the bench, and in the video game, I was the MVP. So, and I would play it wearing my baseball attire. Like, I'd get home from the game and just keep it on. You gotta dress how you want to be.
Yeah, dress for success.
Yeah, you have to.
It's maybe not a specific game, but more of a time frame. The N64, although it's not my favorite console of all time, my memories around it, it was at a time where my brother was old enough for us to play games together a lot. We had a couple neighbors we were friends with, but one was around my age and the other one was around my brother's age. So we played a lot of 4-player N64. We played a ton of GoldenEye, ton of WCW vs. NWO Revenge, and then when WrestleMania 2000 came out, we played a ton of that. They had got Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart at some point in there. The neighbor kids did. But literally, when there was a snow day, when it was the summer, we were playing the N64 4-player like sun up to sundown. So some of my fondest memories.
Dude, that makes me think of when I was a kid playing Mario Strikers 4-player 2v2 with my neighbors. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that's a great game. A lot of good ones. I remember when I found Red Faction 2 and everybody was playing Halo, and we were playing 4-player Red Faction 2 on the
this
PS2.
Is better.
Yeah, I do love Red Faction 2. It's a leap to say it's better than Halo, but it's freaking right there,
It's super
sniffing
sweet.
its taint. Okay, Nick, when you guys play co-op games, is the same person always player one, regardless of the game? I don't think we really think about it.
I think we're just plugging the controllers and hand it to
Yeah.
them. We're just like, okay, here we go.
I mean, right now, I would say maybe when we play in here, which we do a lot, you probably tend to be player one just because of the side of the room you're on. It just makes sense for how the controllers go.
And for how we set up on the screen.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
But it's other than what's...
Yeah, we don't decide.
Ergonomic, we don't really care.
But I just want to throw in that I am number one.
Yeah, so hey, there you go. Chris Courage asks, what game console are you the most interested in that you may never own because it's so difficult to find out in the wild?
I think we kind of mentioned this in the last episode, TurboGrafx 16, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause I just don't know much about it. I mean, we have the Mini, which is really sweet, but it would be so cool to find that stuff in the wild. So cool.
Brett Flowery asks, hello, what's going on, Brett? A longtime supporter of the channel and good friend. Have y'all ever considered doing on-grid special streams where we could play online with you? I know there are player limits with games. It would be freaking fun to kick y'all's asses in Mario Kart. Well, first off, Brett, that wouldn't happen.
Bring it on.
So that wouldn't happen.
And that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold says so.
And second off, suck it. And third off, no, just kidding.
That's a good idea.
I know a lot of streamers do that. I just don't know the specifics of how to do it, but I think we could figure it out. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it would be a good time.
But it would just all be about figuring out the details.
Yeah, the logistics. Ooh. But that would be a good time. Good question and good idea. My collection of video games asks, what Holy Grail toy are you still looking to own? Love the show. This is really ironic that you asked this because I have been, for probably a month straight, looking for the 1993 8-inch Bandai green Power Ranger with the shield still intact. I can find the figure, but I don't know if you guys remember, the shield just kind of went over the top, and everyone I find that maybe has the shield either has the front piece, the back piece, it's broke. I kind of want the White Ranger too, but I had them both as a kid, but I'm not as nostalgic for the White Ranger. I want the damn 8-inch Green Ranger with the shield. I don't want him without a shield. I didn't like him without a shield. That meant he was losing his powers. But I'm probably going to get stupid one of these days and spend like $70-$80 on that damn figure. I already did just pick up a Holy Grail recently, and I got Gambit and Vanilla Ice.
And Vanilla Ice. For me, I don't really have huge nostalgia for toys, even though I had toys growing up. So
you will. You're not 30 yet.
Oh yeah, true. Once I hit 30, I'm probably gonna buy all the California raisins. We have a couple of them.
Because that's what'll start happening to your nuts.
Yep. Shrivel up.
No, I love
Put
it.
it on a skateboard.
Brandon Melendez. First game y'all beat together. House of the Dead
Overkill.
That was really like the founding moment of the channel.
That game is so much fun.
Chris Courage. When and where is the next show you guys are playing with Local H? I'm looking for a fun road trip. Man, we don't have anything on the books with them. Their next tour that they announced doesn't even come through Iowa. We do have a show coming up at the end of May.
Yep.
Which
is in Iowa.
Which it is May now, so maybe by the time you see this, maybe that show will happen. I don't know. But nothing on the books with them, but we will probably go see them on one of the dates on this next run.
Somewhere in the Midwest, hopefully.
Gavin 555-666. You each get to take one beer and one game to the off-the-grid bunker. What would it be? Keep up the good work,
So,
guys.
Starting with the beer, I'm trying to think of like some really good craft beer, but I think if we're going to a bunker, I'd want Miller High Life.
I'll go with you there. Yep.
And then the game. This is tough. I think, since I didn't mention it really at all in the last episode, Guitar Hero. I think I might bring a Guitar Hero game just because you can 100% it on medium, hard, expert, and
I would either...
I was leaning towards Dr. Mario too, but I've mentioned that a lot.
I would maybe take MLB The Show 08 on PS2.
Well, and you can just continue it.
Yeah, for infinitely. But I think I'm gonna cheat, and I think I would take Mario All-Stars on Super Nintendo. Is that cheating?
Ooh.
Because then you get Mario 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, which is aren't
Lost
the
levels.
best versions of them, but that's a good idea.
Just some variety.
I'll just take a mini console.
Yeah, that would be awesome. 1-2 has two questions here. What is one game that you really like, but you can't or haven't beat? And 1-2 then asks Coke or Pepsi.
First off, Coke. hands down.
Yeah,
Pepsi's
definitely.
like
I'm not a fan.
Pepsi's gross.
Yeah.
And what's one game?
But I do like Diet Coke more than regular Coke.
That's sounding like Grandpa.
Ooh, it's so good.
One game that I haven't beat that I like. This is tough.
We haven't beat Hardcore yet, and we're working on that.
True. That's
Yeah.
okay. That's probably top of the list right now because we are working on that.
Yep.
And I've never beat that. There's probably a lot of games that I haven't beat just because they're longer games.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna go with Hardcore. That's a good one.
There's one that's been notching on my badge since I was a little kid, and I've always had friends that I could play it with, and we just never got to it. But at some point, I really want to beat Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh my god.
I've
dude.
never beat it.
That would be so hard.
I mean, there's 55 undead levels, dude.
That game gets hard, dude.
I just want to get it done. Game tourney forever. Would you guys consider coming to Classic Game Fest down in Austin, Texas? Would love to meet y'all and go on a brewery tour and play some games.
Dude,
that sounds amazing.
That sounds so amazing. I would love to go to Texas, just for multitude of reasons.
Because all your exes live in Texas.
Yeah, and I'd love to just be like, "What's up, bitches?" But we'll probably go eventually. I know this year we're going to Siege for sure, and that's kind of close to Texas, South Carolina. They're both south.
I mean, we're going to Midwest Gaming Classic, and I think we're going to try going to Portland if we can.
Yep.
Portlandia. So maybe not this year, but there's a chance because we're always going to try to hit as close to a handful of cons every year.
Every year, yeah.
If the Toadies would happen to have a show around the time of the con,
Oh my god, we would definitely be there.
that would give us more reason to come down there. Tim Wazilizian. I don't think I'm ever going to get your last name right. You could probably even tell me 100 times and I'd still shit the bed. What's your favorite beer style, favorite brewery, and current favorite beer?
I think my favorite beer style originally was IPAs, but now I'm leaning towards sours.
Okay.
I'm really digging sours. What was the next part?
What's favorite brewery and current favorite beer?
Favorite brewery, probably Toppling, Goliath. I've said that a bunch. And then, favorite beer? Probably King Stew by Toppling, Goliath. I think I said that a bunch in the last one.
My favorite style's annoying to have it be my favorite style because it's a good Hefeweizen.
Hefeweizen, yep.
But they're really hard to find good ones. Like, I can count on one hand in my entire life when I have found a good Hefe somewhere. So it's a really tough...
But when you have a good one, you're like, oh, it's so good.
It's definitely my favorite. My favorite style that delivers more on the regular would be barrel-aged stouts. But a Hefeweizen, a good Hefeweizen's hard to beat. Favorite brewery? Right now, I'm just kind of maybe a prisoner of the moment, but I'm going to go with Barntown Brewing.
Yep.
I really like them a lot.
They're so good.
Current favorite beer? I mean, you've already mentioned it, but I'm just going to say Miller High Life.
Yeah.
It's
because
just...
it's just
You know,
simple.
And it delivers. And it's
And you can just pound them or drink them slow. It doesn't matter, you know?
Pound them to the rhythm. Retro Wolf 88 says, I want to know who you both think is the sexiest female video game character. He. The he.
This one's easy. Spyro the Dragon. I don't think
he's a girl. But I could be wrong.
I'm trying to think. Lara Croft? Does that count? She's
Yeah.
a video game character.
Or Crotch.
I'm kind of leaning towards Kate Green from House of the Dead. She's in Scarlet Dawn, and I think she's in 4 as well. So.
She is a Abraham Lincoln,
Yeah,
for sure.
especially in Scarlet Dawn.
Even though it's pixelated and polygon-ish, Snake even likes Meryl's butt.
Oh,
So I'm going to say, damn it, Meryl!
Damn it, Meryl's booty.
Dustin Dunaway says, what console gave you the most nostalgia growing up? You guys are awesome. Keep up the best content on YouTube. That's a stretch.
Whoa,
if we're the best
wow.
on YouTube, it's got problems. But thank you so much. What console gave us the most nostalgia growing up? Nothing gave me nostalgia growing up, but now
Yeah.
It's got to be the NES.
I think the NES is
Yeah.
the first one I played, and I just keep discovering new things for it, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
And, I had a lot of good memories with the N64, like I mentioned earlier in this bit, but the weird part is that when I go back to the N64, other than a very select few games, it doesn't deliver on the nostalgia where the NES always does.
Well, I think the
if that makes sense.
N64 is more nostalgic than it is fun
Yeah.
nowadays, where the NES is still fun and nostalgic. And I don't know if it's fair to say, but also the PS2 for me. Is that fair to say nostalgic for the PS2? I guess
Yeah.
it is 20 years old.
Yeah, it's an old dog.
Wow, but it's still kicking.
Yeah. ES says, got a 2-for-1. What's your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? And who's your favorite wrestler to play as in the classic WWE and WCW 64 games?
Okay, Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. We got Jake the Snake for mine. This is gonna be funny, but I gotta put Vince on there because he's just he's a character.
Yeah.
And then probably Stone Cold Bret Hart.
Okay. Yeah, what do you get? 5 faces? Is that how it
Four.
went? Four faces. I'm not gonna put Vince on there. I'm gonna
But
go.
he was in consideration.
Yeah, he's in consideration. And this isn't because they're my favorite. This is just who I really think would be on the Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling. Yeah. And I think the groundbreaking characters that they would probably select would be Hogan, Andre the Giant, Stone Cold, and The Rock.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Ric Flair.
No. I think that would be, like, if WWE were to make that, that's what they would do.
Yeah, those are their staples.
Not necessarily all my favorites, but that's what I think it would be. Favorite characters to play at in the WWE and WCW N64
I
games?
love playing as Mick Foley. He's really fun to play as.
Yeah, the WCW ones I love playing as Raven, because Raven's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So if I play Revenge, always playing as Raven. I kind of go with guys that I like their finishers in the WWE games. So I've always loved the Pedigree and the Stunner because you can get them off pretty quick. So you can get 2 to 3 in a special. And then, like, I do like some of the old, like, jobber guys. Like, I love playing as, like, Val Venus and Al Snow.
And I love playing as, like, the funny characters like Vissy Pissy.
There's only 2 words that I gotta say for you. Vissy. Pissy.
Brock Zwicky says, if you could pick one, which video game world would you choose to live in for the rest of your lives? By the way, I love the channel.
Which video game world would I want to live in? Probably Animal Crossing, even though I've never played them. Just because nothing's going wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It is
it's
peace.
just,
it is peace.
I don't want to have to deal with fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of games are, you know?
Yeah. I would go back to Vice City.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So you'd be in the mob.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll just be peacefully on my island.
I could live in the 80s and there'd be all sorts of fun stuff going on.
Low
Maybe
hookers and cigars.
Yeah. Maybe I can meet Tommy Vercetti. We got another how did you meet question from MTL18200. In the last Q&A we covered that, so we won't go through that here. We're going to just try keeping it to newer questions that we haven't covered. Favorite video game of all time, I think we've kind of covered Metal Gear Solid 3 for me, or Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Yeah, Dr. Mario. There's so many.
Yeah.
Portal 2, Borderlands.
Cody Lenneth, have you ever broken a controller because of rage?
I don't think I ever have, but I have a feeling that you've gotten close.
I've been close, but I don't recall that I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. I mean, I have a really bad temper sometimes, but I don't think I've broken a controller because I've always had to buy stuff with my own money. So I've probably been like,
money.
Yeah, no. Or like, I mean, I could picture myself maybe like slamming it into a pillow or something.
It just doesn't break, but you
I
still.
used to get so mad as a kid that I would run over to the couch and put my head in the pillow and scream as hard as I could, dude, and loud as I could, because I'd just be freaking out over games.
Wow. I've never gotten to that point.
Oh yeah, dude. When I was a kid, dude, I've always hated losing so much, no matter what it's at, and I would just snap, dude. Scrambles the Death Dealer says, when you guys decide to retire from doing Got G, hopefully not for many years, yeah, we hope not either. We don't have a plan B. What happens to all the stuff in the game room? I guess that would be like who gets what in the divorce. Keep up the great work, guys. Cheers.
Well,
I've never really thought of it.
I think we would just take some duct tape and just do a line straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And I'll stay on my side.
Yeah.
But
and we won't talk to each other.
And you better not fucking cross that line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Never thought about it. It's not really a plan B. So just freaking ride, go down with the ship, I guess. Which beer is the best drink while playing Mario Kart, and does it count as drunk driving? I mean, of course it does not. I like something that just can just like High Life. High Life's getting a lot of love.
High Life, that's because it's amazing. And that makes me want to do that. The 4-player, finish your beer before you finish the lap.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, just get smoked. That came from Moose Man, by the way. Jack McGill, are you guys friends or a couple?
Here we
go again. Love the Got G. Favorite gaming channel on YouTube. We're not a couple.
We're a couple of idiots.
Not brothers. We're just friends. We met through the band. Cover a lot of that in the prior Q&A, but we're going to get a lot of these questions, I think, because people like asking if we're gay. It's pretty funny. Are there any plans for more Purge videos? Ivan G asks.
Ivan? Is
that you?
Maybe eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually.
We don't-
Nothing on the book right now.
Nothing scheduled, yeah.
But those are fun.
What obscure or failed consoles are y'all most interested in? 3DO, CDI, Virtual Boy, Jaguar, Jacob Lee. I mean, a lot of people, I think it's a failed console, the Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U, I think. Yeah, because it's considered a failure.
Yeah.
But I think next on the list, I don't know that much about any of those, but probably the Jaguar.
Yeah.
Just because it's cool.
Yeah, I would like to get one. If I ever found one in the wild, I'd probably put it in a cage. And say, good kitty.
Good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
How you feeling right now, little Jaguar? Benzy Benz. I got 2 questions. I love the Madness videos you guys made, so I want to ask if we gonna get a Nintendo PlayStation IPs theme Madness.
Ooh.
Number 2, if you guys have a chance to do a collab with someone from YouTube, who would you want to do it with?
I mean, we've already gotten to a point where when we started the channel, we were like, hey, if we do a collab with Metal Jesus, we'll be done. That's checked. And then I was like, I've always wanted to work with Pixel Game Squad. That's done. Check. It's just...
I mean, at this point, you know...
I think it'd be cool to do a video with Cinemassacre, maybe, or...
Yeah,
you know?
I more kind of want to take that, like... So everything we've done with Pixel or MJR has been just like us sending videos, right?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, like, kind of my bucket list, I don't know about you, but I'd love to go game hunting with Pixel Game Squad or Retro Rick.
Oh, yeah. Or, or just sit around and talk video games and drink a beer with Metal Jesus.
Yeah,
you know?
something along those lines. So it's kind of been done, but would like to take it to the next level, I guess, if that makes sense. And Nintendo PlayStation IPs theme Madness. We've got a lot of ideas for the Madness series. I don't know how much longer we'll do it. It doesn't perform well at all. So we're going to have to really look at that after the season we're in gets done. But respectively to other videos, it gets like 1/8 the views. So and we put a lot of time into them.
Yeah, we put a lot of time. But they're fun, so it's like... And people seem to love them that do watch them.
Yeah. Bad Candy, he's a badass. I bet you he's an awesome person. He says, when are you guys going to kiss? Go fuck yourself. Guest House Prod, where did you guys meet? And what do you guys do for a living besides gaming? We covered that in the last Q&A video, so if you want to know the answers, head over there. But it's not the greatest, craziest story or whatever. John Crocker asks, is Resident Evil 9 overhyped or underhyped? I say underhyped. I'm pretty sure there is no Resident Evil 9. Pretty sure it's Resident Evil 8, The Village.
Yeah, The Village. But I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's already out. I've heard good things.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't say for sure.
I think maybe underhyped, but also at this point there's so much... It's hard to build a huge hype for things,
Yeah. Wes from Craig, what's your favorite impression? Like to do?
Oh, he does so many.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like talking like Stone Cold. It's just fun because I feel like I know like what he would say in certain situations. I don't know. I do like the Hank Hill or Mr. Anderson from Beavis and Butthead. Look, honey, it's them 2 little bastards who've been whacking in my camper. I like doing that one. I don't know. I just kind of... That's probably my 2 favorite, I would think.
You just do a lot of wrestling ones.
Yeah. I don't know. At what point, this is another one from Craig, subscribers count, would you guys quit your job and go full-time for the channel? Subscriber count doesn't equal revenue.
Yep. It's views.
Views, watch time, things like that. Now, you hope, if you got active subscriber base, that it does percolate into more views and watch time, etc. But let's say we got a long way to go. We're not making very much money on this thing.
Yeah, not enough to survive on.
We don't have Patreon. We have no other source of income coming from the channel other than ad revenue. So I don't know. We hope that could happen someday, but I don't know that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? That's from Craig.
Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter Turbos is the better game, but I like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but I suck at fighting games.
It's like the style. Planetary Ashes. All right, boys. Here's a question for both. Other than House of the Dead, since we know it's coming, what other awesome arcade games you'll like to see being brought back to new gen consoles?
I think the next one in line is Time Crisis.
Yeah.
Because that's the next biggest series. I feel like probably that. Time Crisis is sweet.
As far as light gun games go,
but that is like the foot pedal and stuff. So that'd be kind of. But I guess you could do it. I
just want a light gun Resurrection to be able to play the games at home.
Yeah, accurately, and
I don't know why that became not a thing.
I mean, it's always been like a small thing. That's why.
Gareth Holland, if this video thing goes tits up, what job would you be doing? Well, we still have our
Yeah,
jobs.
we still work.
We don't do this for a living. Nowhere close of enough money being thrown off from this project. So we'd be doing what we do for a living.
Yep.
What retro system is the most fun to collect for, in your opinion? Cody Holler.
Probably NES.
Yeah.
Or we've been really getting into the Genesis.
Yeah, that's fun. If you're going, I kind of always am just on the trends of whatever's the cheapest and what I think's coming. So I'm having a lot of fun. Wii U stuff, Nintendo Wii, because I can find a lot of that in the wild right now. PS3, PS2, I've been finding a lot of stuff in the wild too. So I'm having a lot of fun with those. Game that you loved that seemingly no one else did. For me, it's Azure Dreams on PS1. Mediocre reviews. Devil's Third?
Devil's Third. I was just thinking Devil's Third.
Yeah.
That game did not do very well. A lot of people shit on it because, it has problems. I'll admit it has problems, frame issues and stuff like that, but
we
it's
have
still...
problems.
Yeah, you have problems.
Yeah.
But Devil's Third is so much fun, guys.
Tony Retro Rodriguez, have you guys played any of the ROM hacks for WWF No Mercy? No, we haven't. I don't even know how to, but we would love to. I've seen the Legends one. I've watched the videos on YouTube.
Oh, which is so cool.
Yeah. I hope somebody can throw that on an N64 card at some point.
I think John Riggs could probably do that.
Yeah, I don't know. But I bet if he could, he would do it, because I think he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
The Garage Gamer asks, what is the coolest thing that we've ever got for free? Beer?
Oh, yeah, we've gotten a lot of free beer.
Yeah.
One thing that's at the top of the chain is an Xbox.
Yeah, we got an Xbox One.
Yeah, from Pixel Game Squad, which is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then also a weekend trip to Seattle
That was cool.
by Konami.
Yeah,
That was so
I
surreal.
still don't know why they did that. Megadan hooked me up with that Hasbro ring.
Yeah, dude, we've got a lot of cool shit that we don't deserve.
Yeah, it's
which is
pretty
just surreal. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Favorite Royal Rumble?
Ooh.
I don't know, 90, 91, and 92. I love all three.
Yeah,
of those.
we watched those on repeat. Those are I really like the early Royal Rumbles. Those are really fun.
Yeah. Any games you feel you have been pressured to play, mainly due to the hype?
People keep pressuring me to play Zelda.
Yeah.
So what's up with that? I'll play it eventually.
I just play what I want to play. I guess I don't let it, if I want to play, I'll play it.
Yeah.
I know I hear the buzz and all that stuff, and I'm like, if I think it's cool, I'll play it. Jeff M., what is one game you each played that just couldn't put down until it was complete? Whether it was due to fun factor or because you just had to beat it. Thanks.
There's two that come to my mind that happened while we had the channel, and that's Mario Odyssey and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah.
Both on the Switch. I just could not stop playing either one of those. It was Odyssey. Beautiful.
We kind of had that moment when we started playing Ultra Core. When that got re-released.
Yes. We were like, this is coming in the mail on a Friday night. Let's just play it for a couple hours. Then Sunday came around, and we were still playing it. Got nothing done. Did a video on it.
We did a bender like that, too, when the Res 2 remake came out.
Oh, that was really fun, yeah.
That was a good time.
Remember when Mega Man 11 came out? And we almost beat it, and then realized it didn't autosave.
Yeah, because we had to go to band practice.
And then we came back the next night to beat it, and we had to do it all again.
Yeah, that was good. Retro Ghetto says, I want to give you guys a massive thank you for shouting out my channel in its infancy. Oh, dude,
of course,
you're freaking killing it, man. Did you know that you would be in a position to have such a huge impact on smaller channels by shouting them out when you first started on your YouTube journey? Thanks again for the great content and continue to help out the YouTube gaming community.
Well, I still feel like we're not we're not doing a huge impact, but I guess we kind of are.
Yeah,
a little bit, but
I
just like giving back.
I guess I've never looked to see what happens to a channel if we mention them. But we've always done monthly recaps, and we've always shouted channels out. And I guess our thought process isn't necessarily, the impact we can have, other than just letting people know that there's some really badass channels out there.
Just spreading the love.
I guess I've never really looked at it I never had a point where I was like, oh, now we can have an impact. Just always just kind of felt like the right thing to do, to give back, because people are so good to us. And but if it did have a good impact, then that's awesome, man. And keep doing your thing, because you got a kick-ass channel. If you guys haven't checked out Retro Ghetto, get on that. We'll put a link
in somewhere
down there. Hi, 1W2, Mark Henry or The Big Show. I don't like either one of them.
Yikes.
I would go like the Giant or early Paul White stuff, but I mean Mark Henry had a baby hand with Mae Young. I don't like either one of them, but I'd have to go Big Show. But I don't like
Probably
either one of
Big Show, but yeah, I'm in the same boat.
them. Could you show us your setup for streaming on Twitch?
We haven't streamed on Twitch in a long time, but it's our same
Yeah.
setup as streaming on YouTube.
Pretty basic.
It's super. You're just using Elgato and then Streamlabs.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
Couple
super easy.
snowball mics. But yeah. Not
We're also not
nothing
expert
crazy.
streamers, so.
Yeah. Jackson, and it would be hard to get all that shit out. You know, we're just kind of shooting these off the wrist because we don't.
Like Spider-Man.
Yeah, we didn't want to, overly rehearse for this stuff. Jackson Edwardson says, "Do you miss video stores?" Yes.
Hell yes, we do. Nothing beat those days.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And the last ones around here are gone now. Family Videos and then that Video Warehouse.
It's
closed.
finally gone. Yeah, it sucks.
Gary Dunn, love the content. Pumped for this Q&A. My question is, what professions do you guys work in? Also, please consider my man over on the YouTube channel, Segaholic. We'll have to check it
we'll
out,
check him out
for your monthly recap shout out. He also puts out dope content. Keep it up, boys. We already talked about this. I work in management for a commercial lawn landscape company.
And I drive a big old truck.
Yeah. For not a truck.
No, yeah, FedEx.
Eighth from the Sun. What's your guys' top 3 consoles to get light guns for?
Oh, I think PS2, Wii, PS3?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
We've just started on our PS1 light gun journey.
Yes.
We don't know enough about it to
still
say.
in its infancy.
Yeah, but we're going to be starting to collect for that pretty big. What video game series would you like to see turned into a movie? I think the Metal Gear series.
That'd be really cool. I know they're in progress of working on a Borderlands movie, which I feel like they're gonna ruin it. If they do anything with anything, I feel like they're just gonna ruin it. So, I would probably say Borderlands.
Yeah.
But
I could see like a Lord of the Rings-esque Zelda adventure.
oh yeah, that would be really
something
sweet. Yeah,
like that.
something similar.
I don't know. We'll see. It's Twix says most underrated gaming console.
Underrated Wii U, baby. I think
Yeah.
it's underrated.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good answer.
Love
Good
us
answer.
some
Good
Wii U.
answer.
Rock and Rolla RC, Desert Jungle, Urban, Soviet, or Nuclear Strike. What's your favorite? Man, I have only played a couple of these. Nuclear Strike you had on
Yeah,
PS1.
Nuclear Strike was the only one I've played, and I honestly don't even remember what it was.
Yeah, I just gonna have to pass on that. I don't know enough about the series. Sorry, man. What's the best game or franchise that you've changed your mind on, good or bad? I mean, back in the day when it first came out, I hated Guitar Hero because I played guitar and I
you
thought
were
it was
like-
stupid.
Yeah, that kind of changed your mind.
But then once I started actually playing it and got past my cynicism, I was like, oh, it's actually pretty fun.
I'm trying to think of. I don't think I have an answer for this one.
Yeah. Kind of a tough one.
Yeah, that is tough.
J Hall 229, what's your biggest regret in game collecting? It could be something you sold or something you regret not buying at the time.
Well, I've already mentioned that, but selling my Xbox 360, and then when I was a kid, I just kept selling and then rebuying used games for the PS2. You know, so I probably sold so many games, got like $1 for it, so I could buy another new game. Mm-hmm.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, but I didn't have much money.
I've told the story before, I think, on the channel, but when I was in college, there was a Blockbuster store closing on the south side of Des Moines, and they had their Pokemon Snap photo
display
booth
kiosk
for sale. And I really don't remember the price. I want to say it was like $200 to $300 that they were selling it for, $150 maybe. And I was like strongly considering buying it, but I was like, where am I going to put it? You know, I knew I could put it in my parents' garage, maybe. Maybe it would get messed with, maybe it wouldn't. And I was like, dude, you're being stupid. Just, like, you don't need that. Well, now I wish I had it.
Yeah, it'd be so fucking cool to have in here.
So that's my regret of something I didn't pick up, because it was right there. And it was really nice shape. Tyrone Wilson says, what gaming console or handheld do you wish you had started collecting for, but prices are just too damn high?
Dreamcast. I wish I would have gotten into the Dreamcast way early.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's so expensive and I love it. It's so awesome.
I mean, we've got a decent Dreamcast collection, but to your point, there's a lot more games that we want. I would say the Saturn.
Oh, yes.
And then the Vita. I've got a Vita, and I've got a pretty decent collection, but I didn't forecast the ramp up that's happened. So I've got probably 10 games that are good games, but there's a lot that I still want to get, and I just don't know because I don't play it enough that it's worth it to me to spend that for some of those
Yeah.
games, but I'd say the Vita is one. What is the couch co-op game that surprised you the most? Steve Shanahan.
Surprised us the most. Wow, that's a tough one.
I mean, a lot of them that I think are our favorites, we didn't expect them to be our favorites.
Like House of the Dead Overkill.
Yeah, Next Machina.
Oh, yes. Jackal.
Yeah.
We kind of just... sometimes we just put a game in to try it, and then we're like, whoa.
I was pretty surprised by Streets of Rage 4. I had low
Ooh,
expectations
yeah,
for that.
I was expecting them to kind of mess that up. But yeah, that was a really sweet game.
Yeah,
Or like
so-
the new Battletoads, that was fun too.
Yeah, that was fun. We played that on PC, which we never do. So
Yeah, that was a
really
unique
cool.
experience.
Yeah, we beat that in like what, a couple streams.
Couple
I think.
streams,
What's your top 10 favorite PS3 games? I don't know if I'm gonna go through 10 just for the sake of the time of this video, but
Last of Us is definitely up there.
yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, God of War 3.
Yeah.
I really like Twisted Metal.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, co-op.
Yeah, co-op because of the co-op aspect.
The light gun games on it, they're cool too. The Time Crisis games,
Oh,
things like
yes.
that. Does the negativity ever get to you?
Sometimes, but not. Like I'll have like a couple hours where I'm like, man, that kind of getting to me. But then I'm like, why am I letting it get to me?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, that's dumb. People
Yeah.
are idiots.
Yeah, for me, I try not taking it personal, and there's we get a lot of negative shit, but it almost more than gets to me, like hurts my heart for humanity, that like that there are people out there that think it's okay to behave like that somehow it's allowed for them to behave like that.
Yep.
And that there's just so much misery out there that's for somebody, that's how they get a little bit of joy in their life. Like, I probably read way too far into it, but I'm just like, man,
Sucks.
how toxic has society became that like you waste your time. Like, think about it. If you're lucky, you get 90 years on this planet, right? If you're lucky, that's a long run. It's very finite. And you're going to spend time watching something you don't like and just being a cocksucker. Like, that's a sad life.
Yeah.
It's really sad. And that it kind of breaks my heart for people.
But I'm also like, it's their decision.
Yeah.
So screw you.
Yeah, for sure. Hunt Sync, what is the best two-player game on the PS2? Urban Rain and the Brown Star, the Red Star.
The Red Star. I was just gonna say the Red Star. It's such a sweet co-op game on the PS2.
Yeah. Urban Rain's badass too.
We've talked about Red Star so much.
Yeah, we love that freaking game. I was looking down there because that's where PS2 games are. They're down under. Congrats on this awesome milestone. What motivates you guys to keep or continue making great content consistently?
You.
Yeah, you, Dragon Punch Dave. I don't know. We've always both just had
Well,
high drive,
I
high
think-
work ethic.
And I think just having a schedule on a spreadsheet and it's like, okay, one video's done. What can we do to work on the next video and the
Yeah.
next video and the next? Like, it's just go, 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 go.
Yeah, it's weird. It's one of those things. I look back and I'm like, man, we've chopped a lot of wood, but I guess we just don't really think about it.
Just
kinda
keep moving.
keep plowing. Because I think a lot of time, people just in life or YouTube, they suffer from paralysis by analysis.
Yep.
They're too busy looking at the numbers, wondering why that didn't work. What am I going to do next? What can I do to get clicks? Why? And all of a sudden, they're just
And they haven't made a video in a couple weeks, you know?
yeah. And then they make videos, sometimes like, oh well, why don't you watch and do all this stuff? And it's like, dude, just fucking get moving. Stop just spinning your wheels. Just keep going. So yeah, that's kind of been our mentality. I'm probably gonna mess your name up here. Aofi Moo says, what made you guys both decide to work towards establishing a YouTube channel and continue it no matter what?
I think we kind of just mentioned that.
Yeah.
We just like to get shit done.
Yeah, just grind it.
Yep.
Just grind it out. Oh, hey, we got another gay question, dude. You guys homies or a couple? No judgment either way. But you guys say our collection, it got me thinking.
Well, it's because it's a shared collection.
Yeah, because we go hunting together. I don't know how many times I can say it. But we're not gay. Sorry to disappoint you.
He said no judgment either way.
Yeah.
So then why do you care?
Then why'd you ask? I have, fuck. What was your first gaming device? My wiener. The NES.
Yeah, NES.
Best fishing game on all consoles. Man,
Oh, jeez.
I haven't played a ton of fishing games. I did have one of those like actual like fishing pole. You remember those?
For
like
what?
that?
The Wii?
No, it was just like one of them tiger type deals.
Oh.
But I think
I had a real fishing pole.
I don't even believe it, dude.
Why?
I don't know why, but like I think it'd be funny to go fishing with you. Because I don't think you'd be quiet enough for the fish to come near. You'd probably be like trying to call them.
Well, I don't think you'd be patient enough to wait.
Yeah, it probably
and
would
we
be.
would just be... We'd finish all our beer immediately and
Yeah,
have no
be
fish.
putting our worm in beer to try to get them.
Oh, maybe the fish like beer.
Yeah, be fun. But I had a fishing game on the Dreamcast. I can't remember what it was called, but I don't know a ton. All right, that is a wrap. There will probably be other questions that come in after we filmed these and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But we had to cut it off at some point. So if we missed your question, we are sorry. We did skip over a few that were repeats. But that was a journey.
Yeah, it was. I did not expect it to be a two-parter. This is also an hour-long video.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much that watched the first one and watched this one. You guys are the true fans. But we're going to talk about this beer. This is the Cherry Fandango.
I think it's actually pronounced Fandango.
Oh, that sounds like a wrestler. Cherry Fandango.
There was a wrestler named Fandango.
Was there really?
He's an idiot.
Well, he sounds like an idiot. But this beer is not an idiot. This is a cherry kettle sour beer because it doesn't have a brain.
At least that you know of.
Yeah, we saw it. This is by Toppling Goliath. What do you think?
It's good, man. I don't know that I would classify it as a sour.
Well, it's a kettle sour, and I've noticed that kettle sours are usually a lot calmer sours usually, and they're not because they're more they're in the kettle. Yeah.
Kind of like kettle corn.
Yeah. Kettle corn's a lot,
It's a lot more calm.
Yeah.
And sweet.
it's
Well,
actually-
that's probably why. Anything that gets put in a kettle is it sweetens it up. Like
Yeah.
kettle corn.
This beer does taste like kettle corn.
No, it doesn't. This is going to be the worst beer review ever. But it's a pretty freaking good beer. I mean, I'm not in love with it.
I'm We're broken. Oh god. We're stuck. This beer didn't even say anything.
Oh god, I'm crying. Oh, I don't know why either. Oh, fudge. Packers.
What? Packers. Sports. Oh, geez.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Alright. Yeah, I'm sweating too. We gotta get this wrapped up. So don't make me laugh anymore.
Just trying to calm myself down.
You're trying to get yourself into a kettle.
Trying to get myself in the kettle. Trying to calm those bearings.
Get back into the kettle.
But this beer is really good. This is the second in their Fandango series. They have a Dragon Fandango, which I do think I like the Dragon Fandango better.
Yeah, I can't really remember what
that
he was all about.
That beer is really good. But this beer is not super soury. It's not super tart. It's a very easy drinker. I like the cherry taste. And Toppling Goliath, man. An easy drinker. I love it.
It does kind of remind me of like cherry pie filling. Like it's got that, and there's a bready component to it a little bit too.
and it kind of
maybe
like
some I don't know, cinnamon.
They do mention like a little bit of cinnamon crusted cherry pie.
See?
Yes,
dude, I know how to review beer, dude.
By reading the back of the can.
I didn't though. You did earlier. I didn't. So that was my own taste buds, bud.
That's my own bud taste bud.
Yeah. So don't even freaking start with me, bud. Don't freaking hate on my buds, bud. All right. I don't know how we got through that beer review. I don't even know what was so funny. But guys, thanks for an awesome 3-year run.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
And we're like halfway through year 4, but we really appreciate all the support and you always tuning in, subscribing to the channel. It means the world to us. We'll see you next time right here on Gaming Off the Grid. What console game you the most nostalgia growing up? I read this wrong.
What's her name from House of the Dead? Scarlet Dawn. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, what is her name? Is it Jill?
Maybe. No, now I'm confusing the girl with Resident Evil. Jill Valentine? Yeah, that's from Resident Evil.
Also, I believe it was the first game to have sprint.
Good question, buddy.
Yeah.
Did I get it?
I think we got it.
Done. Easy. Water.
Because my brother don't like fighting games that much. So what do you recommend he like get ready to rumble? Let's give this a try. Wow.
Yep.
I don't even know if that's beer.
We get those comments all the time.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna drink real beer?
Yeah. Out of 400 videos, we haven't ever drank a real beer.
Nope. We just drink a bunch of fruity shit.
People are fucking stupid.